Hello, 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 you guys! It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? Kankans, how are you? This reading is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for the lovely, beautiful soul Cancers. How are you? This actually reminds me of one of my friends. When I asked her, like, what sign are you? And she's like, Cancer. And I remember she had gotten so mad because she's like, out of all the names they could have given us, like, why do I have Cancer? But I still think you guys are fabulous, phenomenal people, such loving people. Every Cancer I ever met, you guys have this nether, it's like this almost like a mothering kind of heart that like gives love. It's like you don't do it to any and everyone. Like you do have your certain takes on people, but like the people that you do fancy, you guys do give a lot of love, and a lot of times I feel as if you guys are misunderstood. I don't know why the reading started off like this, but guys, I do love my cancers. Okay. I don't know if I said for sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. All my readings are like that, by the way. Now, boots. In the pre-shuffle, we had two cards that came out. And we're going to see how the reading goes. But my heart goes out to you guys. Because we have here the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Both these cards came up flipped, right? Like they were flipped in reverse. I just flipped them over so you wouldn't see at the beginning. But a part of me was like, dang. Like, someone didn't collaborate. Someone didn't give this partnership. Dang. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. But with the card being 2 and then 3 and adding up to 5, this situation was very challenging. It was something that was like, it was like pulling out teeth trying to get it to work. You know what I mean? And I feel a sense of like, if you haven't gone through it already, you'll see in the end of it, it was for the best. It was really for the best. Because when I first saw it, I was like, dang, yo, who did this to my can-cans? But I really do feel like you're gonna come out of this even more phenomenal. It's like why have only one grape when you can have a bunch? Why have a sour one when you can have a sweet one? You know what I mean? It's like you didn't see that it was sour, and you didn't know that you could have these juicy sweet ones. And I really do feel like you are coming. You will see. There's at some point. Some of you have already seen the significance of this, but a lot of you are still going through it, and you're wondering like why. Like I saw this person as like the one, like we were counterparts, like we were going to be together, and it's unfortunate that this person was meant to teach you lessons, not meant to stay in your life. So I don't know if the rest of the reading is going to continue to be about love, but we will see what's going on with the collective of the Cancers. We have here working progress, the Eight of Pentacles. Understand in every situation that there's certain things that need to take place in order for you to get where you are. Think about it this way as an artist, as you can see in the picture. You have to start with a blank canvas. And eventually as you build and you go and you go and you go and you will have a picture. Right now, he has one eye that's almost complete. The other one's barely even touched. There's half a head. The other half of the head is almost done. Like it's you know what I mean? It's like understand that there takes time for you to definitely go through things, and it takes stages. And yes, pertaining to love, but also pertaining to any situation, any category, boo. I really just want you to understand that it does take time. This is a whole lot of cards. We have here the Two of Swords. We have here the Seven of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, and the Four of Wands. I'm going to start off with the Two of Swords. Stalemate and indecision. Whatever it was when it came to love, because clearly this is continuing about love, it kept you very stuck. It kept you trapped. You couldn't see. You see how she has the blindfold, and don't worry about the gender, but you see how she has the blindfold on? She couldn't see clearly. She wasn't able to make a decision. She wasn't seeing the truth of the matter. Okay, I just saw 5 on the clock as well. Once again, repeating that. Definitely, this was something that challenged you. This was something that was meant to change you. Okay, and it sucks because sometimes you're like, well, why did I have to go through so much pain in order to see this change? Why couldn't I go through this change in another way? And sometimes you have to understand that there was no other way of showing you. It's like you had to really feel it. Think of it this way: a person that, say example, you always gave a person a fish. They always, they always ate, and then one day they just, like, they wouldn't finish it. They'll throw away half of it. A person that actually went out there and hustled and put blood, sweat, and tears to go into the water and get that fish ain't throwing away half of that fish. They know the value. They know the hard work it took to get that fish. But another person that you just gave them the fish, they don't appreciate it. They don't see the value of it. And understand that sometimes that's just how things are. You have to learn the lessons the way that it's meant to learn. With the 7 of Wands coming in reverse, I really like that this has come in reverse, because it's like you're no longer going to be defensive about the situation. It's no longer going to hold you back. It's no longer going to be something that you feel as if that was, part of your destiny, that this was meant to be. No, these 2 cards came in reverse because there's a point in time when you're going to realize this was not meant for you. And as much as you wanted it to, it was not meant for you. And what happens later on is you come to a completion of a cycle. You get into a state of a better foundation, of a commitment to yourself, not only just to another person. You are getting to a level of that commitment within you. You know what I mean? And this thing is, you had to go through this stage. You had to go through this thing in order for you to level up and become a better entity, a better person. Okay, I'm not saying you were a bad person before, but, excuse me, it wasn't like I was saying you're a bad person before. It's just, this had to teach you a lesson, and you had to go through it. And it was the only way that you were going to be able to come out of this energy. It was the only way that, you could really learn the lessons. And like I said, it's not always an easy way to learn it in that sense, but understand that you are meant for so much more, and you will have the happiness and the love. Like, I'm really fixated on this love card. You really cared for whatever this was. If it was a person, you really did think that this was going to be your one. This was the end all. Like, you found your person, and unfortunately, it couldn't work out. It really could not work out. So what we got here is, we got in fall. We got a timeline. So we got here fall, and we got here this card. I just feel love. Love, love, love. Recognition. I feel, did I say recognition? I meant to say reconciliation. I feel that in this time, there's a sense of separation between you and a person. And what I feel is, it's not the time for you to have love. Now, understand with, reconciliation, a lot of times people, well, that means, my ex is coming back. Not always. I've had a time where I did a reading and I thought it was an ex coming back. It just happened to be someone I grew up with. It happened to be someone that I knew years ago. It's still a reconciliation because we hadn't talked for years. But I thought it was homie. It was not. So understand that. Don't get fixated on what this reconciliation is going to be. But whatever it is, it feels like it's love. It really feels like whoever this person is going to come into your life in fall time. Now, if it's, for some reason, depending on when you're going to be watching this reading, if you're watching right when I posted, yes, it's fall. And I know you're like, bro, we're in winter. It's some time. But for those of you that's not going to be watching it right when it posts, I want to say that this reconciliation is going to happen, Let's see. What's the timeline? No, this says recognition. I feel like my eyes are playing tricks on me. Like, one second I look at the card, I see reconciliation. One second I look at the card, I see recognition. Either way, it's about love. But back to the timeline I was saying. If you're not watching this video right when I post it, right when it's actually posted, around that time, then I want to say within about 3 to 4 seasons, you're going to have something happen when it comes to love. There's some sort of love that is being reunited, and the fact that this moon, like, there's a big moon in the background, I really feel that there's certain things you just can't know. You just won't know. And there's a reason for that. When you know everything's going to happen, then you can change your destiny, and this is meant to be your destiny. You're meant to have this level of love. It's like, I keep hearing a sense of award. Like, you're being rewarded. You're being rewarded because you took the time to do the work. You took, like, all this time between those all that 3.5 seasons, 3 to 4 seasons. You took the time. You definitely took the time to do the work, and you're gonna have it. For those of you that don't do the time, it's gonna be a little bit longer. But those of you that are actually taking the time to do the work, you're going to see it. It's going to happen to you. We have here the third party card that flipped. The situation that didn't work out, there was something that was blocking it. It doesn't always have to be necessarily another person. It could be just anything that puts that blocks the connection from being what it's meant to be. You know, what, letting it inspire to something else, whether it's work, whether it's family, whether it is an actual another person, or, you know, it doesn't even have to be the person in the existence of that person's life. It just could be that they hold on to the pain and the regret and the way the situation went out. Something blocked this from going forward. Something was in the way. It wasn't the right timing. It was not the right timing for you guys. As much as it feels great and whatever, it was not the right timing. See? The answer is no. It was not the right timing for this to happen. And funny enough, that card, I saw it early when I was shuffling, and I saw it wanting to come out, but it didn't. And then it came out just now. It wanted this card to come out first. And it's the same thing of repeating what I just said. It wasn't the right timing for it to happen. It just, as much as just like, I wanted it now, I want it now, that wasn't what was meant for you. It just wasn't the right timing for this to happen. See, we have here the barrier card. There was something that was blocked. It wasn't meant to be open. Okay? It was something that was meant to be shut for this period of time. It just kind of unfolded the way that it did, and honestly, it sucks. It really does suck. Like, I feel for you, Booze. Like, you're like, they're like, I don't understand. Like, how could this thing that feels so amazing at one point be the thing that really, you know, has me stuck, has me stagnant, is bringing me pain? And we have here the cycle card. And understand that, just like the moon, there's always a time when there's going to be ups, and there's always going to be times when there's going to be downs. And you went through a big cycle with this person. Now, as you can see, don't worry about the gender, but you see how she has the rose in her hand, and that one red rose. For me as a reader, when it comes to roses, especially a single one, it's about that unconditional, absolute abundance kind of love. And I feel a sense of someone held back how they truly felt. And because of it, the situation cracked and crumbled. There was illusions. There was things that were not fully said out loud. It was almost like there was a little bit of like a guessing game. It just didn't turn out the way that you want. And it leaves you thinking, like, should I even give anything else another chance? We have another timeline here. We have winter. We have here, so, okay. We have here winter. Now, what happened was, in the springtime, which is literally like the next season from this reading, you'll feel stuck. You'll feel stuck. You'll feel like no matter what you do, you can't get out of it. You won't be able to move forward. It's something that, is gonna keep you kind of in this heavy energy. I really feel like there's a separation that's going on. Like, I know this is not like lovers and separation video that I normally do, but I feel a sense of not being with who you want to be with, whether it's on an emotional level or physical level. There's a sense of a separation. I feel a sense of a wall, a sense of a block. So in the springtime, the next season that's coming up, you are definitely still going to feel a little stuck, boo. But what I wanted to let you know is, when it comes to wintertime, you're going to reinvent yourself and you're going to find your soulmate. Because these were the next cards that came out. You will have that love. You will. But I really feel like it's not with the person that you were thinking. Like, majority of the group of you, it's not for the person you're thinking. A few of you, it feels like it could be this person. But like, I really feel like it's a tiny group. For the rest of you, it's not this person. It's not who you're thinking of. It's someone else. But it's like, when you meet up with this person, you guys are gonna be like two little kids. It's like, it's this cute little thing. It's like, you guys will be like, finish each other's sentences, kind of just be in each other's mind, just know what people are gonna say. Like, you guys have the same hobbies. It's like they're the guy version of you, or you're the girl version of them, or vice versa. It's just, you're going to have this happiness. It's just, right now, Spirit's trying to show you your year. And they're trying to give you a doses to understand that, like, right now, there's a sense of a separation. Next season, you're going to feel a little bit stuck. The season after that, there's going to be something that comes back into your life. Some sort of, like, because remember, even like with what I'm feeling about that coming back energy, it could easily just be love. Love itself is coming back into your life. And then wintertime, you find that soulmate. You find that partner. I've never had Spirit ever show me an entire year for a person. So you are freaking special. Like I said, Cancers, you guys, like, when I started the reading, you guys, I really feel this sense of this, like, you're really a beautiful person. Like, whoever's resonating with this, you are a beautiful person. Don't ever question that. Whatever is going on in a situation, do not think you're less than. Okay, this is just something that you needed to go through in order to release and in order to level up. I really do feel that this is definitely something that is helping you reinvent yourself. Really helping you, stop holding on to things that no longer serve you. Understanding that, there's times when you're gonna feel down, and there's times when you're gonna feel like you're on top of the world, and you're a work in progress. Be kinder to yourself, love yourself more, and understand that it's just one step at a time, just one foot in front of the other. Actually, like, I know that a lot of people, like, know about Kobe passing away, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was, some big Kobe fan. I didn't know too much of what he did. I know he was into basketball or whatever, but I was able to definitely tap into his life and see what he was about, unfortunately, after his life. But it's really inspiring when you hear the things that he says. And it's like, one interview he was asked, how do you get excited for, like, failure? And he's like, people are stunned, like, who gets excited to fail? And he was just like, I love it. It's that time where it's like, now I have another challenge where I can succeed at another level. And it's so beautiful how he just had this positivity about him, how he never allowed himself to be stuck and stagnant and stay in that low vibration. He allowed himself to simmer in for a bit, but he picked himself right back up. And I know a lot about that because he's actually a Virgo, I heard. And me as a Virgo, a lot of times we do that. We really do. And I know you're a Cancer, babe, but I want you to understand that in the times where you feel at your lowest, say a prayer. You know, ask for the strength. Surrender it to the universe. Surrender it to whoever you're guided to. If you've watched Cover My Wings, you probably heard me talk about this Oprah situation where there was this interview that I watched, and she was so fixated on this role that she really wanted for The Color Purple, and everything was showing her the signs of like she could possibly not get it. But what the crazy thing about it is, she was creating those signs of thinking that she wasn't going to get it because she couldn't see clearly. She couldn't see past her own ego and pride, and she literally was down on herself. And long story short, she's at like this camp, I don't know, like this fat camp or something like that, and she's running, and I think she's like running in the rain, and she's thinking that because she's fat and she's this and she's that is why she didn't get the part. So she's just crying and crying, and she starts singing this prayer that she learned as a child from the Bible, and it's, I surrender all, I surrender all to the mighty Savior, I surrender all. And she just kept saying it, and at one point she just felt this release, and she felt better, and she let it go, and she gave it to God. And like moments later she gets a phone call, and it's the director or the screenwriter or whoever it was, and they're like, don't you lose another pound, I want you for the part, like stop running. And I think after she went, she ate like a tub of ice cream to make sure she didn't lose any pounds. But the moral of the story was, she finally let go, and she allowed things to be as it is. She accepted what was going, that she couldn't know what was going on. She accepted that it is what it is. No matter what the outcome is, she was going to be okay. And in that moment is when she finally let go, and she stopped resisting, and her abundance was able to come to her full. Now we're going to see, what is it that's majorly blocking you, that's keeping you stuck. We have here projecting. We have here revenge. Whew. That card wanted to come out, but it didn't. And we have here unavailable. You're projecting pain. You want to get revenge on this person for being so emotionally detached, for making you feel numb, for you having to go through another situation again of this pain. When you keep lower vibrational energy in your heart, you block yourself from your own abundance and your own happiness. I was actually saying that to a fellow water sign this week, actually, a friend of mine that is a Scorpio. And I was explaining to him that, like, I'm like, what's with you water signs? Like, one person would, like, break your heart, and it's like forever, for the rest of your life, you'll, like, not allow another person inside until you're, like, 30, 35. It's like you don't open up. And I was telling him that, you know, when you put a wall so high and you block yourself from being hurt, which is fine. I understand it's a natural survival mechanism to not get hurt again. Unfortunately, you actually block yourself from love. Loving, like receiving love from other aspects. You only receive like the surface level. So I want to let you know that holding on to any hate, any pain, any negative energy is only going to block your abundance from coming in. What advice can we provide to the Cancers? We have here the Moon card. Like I said, there's things that you can't see right now. You're not seeing clearly, but you will see. We have the Two of Cups down. We have it coming up upright. Like I said, you will have the abundance and you will have the love that you want. It's just you're finding out things. You're going to find out things that you didn't see clearly. It's like you're going to find out how you justify the situation. How, I don't want to say like this person played you, because remember, at the end of the day, everyone's doing the best that they can in that moment. Okay? And everyone is dealing with situations, you know. I'm not saying when someone does something bad, you can justify it because, you know, they got hurt before. No, but you will see the secrets. You will see, like, you have here the Hierophant. You will be shown the truth. You will. You'll be able to see the clarity. You'll be able to understand why it didn't work out the way that you want it, why it didn't work out in the time that you wanted it to. You will definitely get that answer. But you gotta let go of this lower energy. You gotta let go. Well, listen, not gotta. If you want to see change, let it go. Let it go. Whether advice and wisdom the Spirit want to provide to the collective that is resonating on this reading. We have here the Four of Wands in reverse. And you have a lot of repeating cards, so you could be dealing with someone that's a karmic twin flame, I want to say. Just because of the a lot of repeating cards going on here. But with the Four of Wands card, right now, you don't feel stable. Right now, you don't have the commitment you want. You don't. There's a sense of not having structure, not being stable. Like, I feel wobbliness. You know what I mean? Whether it's actually physically like you're wobbling around, or, you know, just kind of in your mind. There's a lot of, it's like you found a way to kind of trick yourself in staying. There was this, like, it's like you stayed too long. And you found a way to justify it. But you couldn't see clearly. And the best thing for you to do is work on you. Let go of this lower vibrational energy, and you will definitely, definitely rise higher. Let it go, boo. Let it go. Okay, I'm going to leave the reading at that. I do wish you so much peace and love on your journey. Keep your head held high, boos. Really, really, this is going to be quite a year for you. Whoever this is reading for, it's going to be quite a year for you. And there's going to be times where you want to quit and give up, and you won't understand why it's going the way it's supposed to. But let go, let God. Say the prayer if it helps you. Find your own prayer. Find a way to release it. That Oprah prayer that I said to you, I've done it myself. When I would see that I was so stuck and so stagnant on a current situation, a current subject, what I did was I said it until I actually felt it being released. And it was the most powerful thing. And that's why I say it so much in my readings, is because I saw how much it helped me let go and be able to move forward and be able to take myself out of the situation in order for me to allow myself to heal. And that's what you need to do. You need to heal this wound and fill that hole with your own self-love, not with another love. Until next time, boos, it's your girl Shine.